it's Mandy. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. Hi guys, I just got out of the shower and I don't feel like blow drying it and straightening it or curling it or whatever. I kind of just want to go natural today. So for those of you who judged me for not styling my hair before a video, and nobody got time for that, but to be honest with you, no one's really ever said anything about my hair bad before in the comment sections. I just feel like most people get super dressed up, do their hair and their makeup for their videos, but honestly, I just see you guys as my family, and like, why would I pretend to be something other than what I am or what I want or what I want to be? Why? What's the point? Honestly. Anyways, my hair is naturally very, very wavy. If I leave it natural and I let it dry, like air dry, then it just waves naturally and it's nice. So I'm just gonna let that happen, okay? I don't care what anyone thinks of that. So, Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry, I didn't do my hair today. So today we are focusing on urban legends based in England. So urban legends in England. I found 7 urban legends from England that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. They're all very, very interesting, and I honestly am loving this whole series. I'm really enjoying learning about this stuff, researching about it. You guys seem to really like this series as well, so if you want me to continue, please hit that like button and comment in the section below if you want me to continue. I'm thinking about doing Scotland next. I wanted to do the whole UK first, so let's do Scotland next. And yeah, let me know what like countries and cultures and everything that you guys want to see from me from this series, because I'd love to like get some ideas and get some insight of what you guys think. And also, if any of these urban legends are familiar to you, or you've seen it, or you've heard it, or you've had experience with any of it, please let me know, because this is so interesting, you guys. I actually go through the comments and I read them, so please do that. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. It's 7 urban legends and myths from England. So London is one of the oldest cities in the world, so obviously with that comes a lot of legends and myths, so I'm super excited. The first one is the black-eyed children of Britain. And I'm sure you guys have heard about this before. If you haven't, I cannot believe that, because it's been going around for quite some time now, and there's a lot of creepypastas around the black-eyed children. It's really creepy. Not the black-eyed peas, the black-eyed children. Get it straight. The black-eyed kids are a folk phenomenon of people having strange encounters with kids whose eyes are entirely black, who insist upon entering their vehicle or home, and who seem to ooze an overwhelming sense of fear and panic. Of course, that stuff freaks me the hell out. Black-eyed ghost children have been reported up and down the country, including Liverpool, South Wales, and most frequently in Cannock Chase. A spectre known as the black-eyed child has reportedly been spotted on the London Underground, which is like the subway system there. A traveler and his wife said that they encountered the ghost, believed to primarily haunt Cannock Chase in Staffordshire on the Capital's Tube network. He told the Daily Star, "To our amazement, a child no taller than 1 meter in height appeared as if it were out of nowhere further up the track in front of us. We stopped dead in our tracks after noticing her eyes had no color." The man said that they first noticed of the sound of a child giggling coming from a tunnel as they waited for their train. Black-eyed kids are almost always described in the same exact way. Children between the ages of 6 and 16, pale skin, completely blacked eyes, and out of date or strange clothing. While their black eyes make them look strange, what generally frightens people isn't their appearance, but the sudden presence of an overwhelming feeling of terror that accompanies the children. There are no reported stories of what happens when you let a black-eyed kid into your vehicle or home. All stories come from people whose eerie feelings made them flee from the children. The earliest sighting of a black-eyed kid was journalist Brian Bethel in 1996. In 2014, a British paper reported that sightings of black-eyed kids around the world are rising. And I wanted to say that it's not just in the UK that this has been happening. People have said, like, reported seeing black-eyed children anywhere and everywhere around the world, to be honest, but it's mostly popular within the UK. Super creepy. And the next one is the Witch of Water, Jenny Greenteeth. And there's a bunch of different names for this water witch, but Jenny Greenteeth was the one that I found the most popular. Jenny Greenteeth is a legendary monster and was imagined to be a monstrous witch with green skin, long arms, wild hair, and sharp teeth. She was often said to resemble pondweed. She drowns anyone who ventures too close to the pond water. She hides just below the surface of the water. One night, a boy went fishing at his local pond. With pole and tackle in hand, the boy watched for ripples in the water to look for fish when a pair of bright yellow dots reflected the moonlight toward him. He made his way around the edge of the pond to see what the yellow glare could be. Upon approaching the two yellow spots, he believed them to be on a rock covered in moss. One odd note the boy made was that the two objects always faced towards him. The boy continued walking until he found a spot to fish. He fished for about an hour and then realized the yellow objects were moving across the water. Ooh, so creepy. Another hour or so, he found the objects were just offshore from him. Then the yellow objects shot from the water and a woman was halfway from the water. Arms lurching towards him, a scream from hell ringing in his ears. The boy fell to the ground as a hand reached for his ankle but could not quite reach. The boy leaped up and took off for home as the wailing green woman slowly submerged into the cool, mossy water once again. When the boy returned home, still terrified, he told his mother what had happened. Instead of the normal reaction of telling him it wasn't real, she sat him down and told him a story her grandmother used to tell her. The story of Jenny Greenteeth. And like, guys, I'm like giving you the short forms of all of these things because I don't want this video to be a million years long. But literally, if you want to know more about these things, just research them because there's so many different stories and like versions of these things. The next one is the corpse train. There's been rumors that there was a train that would transfer corpses from hospitals to morgues underneath the city. A lot of people swear there's a bricked up tunnel, Whitechapel, saying it's the old entrance to the route. There's also an abandoned station nearby called St. Mary's on Whitechapel Road. The ghosts still haunt Whitechapel Station. Whitechapel was also the same area Jack the Ripper was stomping around, so it's a pretty eerie, insidious place to be in general. So I don't know, there's a lot of rumors that this was a thing, this is real, this is not real. I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards more that it is real because there's a lot of proof and it would make sense for them to have an easy way of getting these bodies to the morgue. Search it up, research it yourself. There's a lot of things about this, so I don't know, while it's a quick one, it is still pretty creepy. The next one is the Phantom Bus. Around Cambridge Gardens in Ladbroke Grove, Rogue number 7 bus that comes at 1:15 a.m. In 1930, there was a man driving as he saw the red double-decker bus coming straight on towards him. So he swerved out of the way and crashed and died upon impact. Witnesses swore they saw the bus but it was investigated and there was no bus out at that time or a number 7 bus on that route at all. Much more reports of people seeing that bus on that route, as well as many crashes have occurred in that street. What do you guys think? Next up is 50 Berkeley Square. 50 Berkeley Square is one of London's most notorious haunted houses, with 3 men dying from fright and 1 woman going absolutely insane, only to die the next day after spending the night there. It is one of the most haunted houses in Britain, with an extremely haunted attic and a really unfortunate event of a woman throwing herself out of one of the windows. Whatever supernatural entity lives in this house, it comes out as a brown mist of sorts, and it can literally scare people to death. A maid was sent up to the room to make a bed for a visiting man, but no sooner had she gone upstairs did she let out a blood-curdling scream. The household rushed to her aid and found her collapsed on the floor, muttering to herself, "Don't let it touch me." She died in the hospital the next day. The man, Captain Kentfield, decided to still spend the night in the room, and 30 minutes after heading to bed, there was a terrible scream and the sound of a gunshot. He was found dead on the floor, his face twisted in terror. Some people who have lived there have gone mad, while others have literally tried shooting at the mist. It is also one of the oldest properties in London. You won't be seeing me there, that's for sure. Next up is the ghost of Epping Forest. Epping Forest is a pretty awful, sketchy place, especially at night. There's lots of scary stories that come from there. In the 1960s, reports of ghostly figures emerging from the swamps were reported. Apparently, there's a ton of criminal activities and many deaths that occur there even today. It's a very negative place. On Epping Road, no specific location I could find. Horses and carriages are heard, but nothing is seen. Epping High Road at the roundabout, a girl in a white coat and a rideless horse can be seen as well. And the Church of the Holy Innocents has thought to have satanic rituals, cannibalism, tribal warfare, and a gray figure seen on the road. People frightened, screaming, running from the wooded area at the back, heavy and negative energy, feelings of sickness, a small hooded figure seen in the middle of the road, and problems with car engines around different areas of the forest. And on Hangman Hill, apparently if you put your car in neutral and you lift your foot off the brakes and the gas completely, it will actually pull your car up the hill, which doesn't make any sense because obviously if your car is in neutral, it's going to go with the weight of gravity. So if you're on a hill, naturally your car will start going backwards. I've seen videos of people doing that as a test and it actually getting pulled up the hill, and that is so creepy. I'm not gonna lie, I would like to go to Epping Forest one day and film a video there and just test that theory and see it for myself. I think it would be a pretty cool, fun adventure. Obviously, I'd want to go with a bunch of people because I wouldn't be walking around there at night because of all the, creepy murders and stuff that happens there, but still a pretty cool, interesting place to go ghost hunting, I think. And last but not least, the most haunted theater in London, the Royal Drury Lane. Drury? I literally can't. It was built in the 16th century and was burned down twice and built up again in the same spot. Lots of ghosts, including a clown whose head floats in the boxes of the theater behind people to watch the show. There's a man in gray who is most often showing up every single opening night of each show. He loves the theater and shushes people who are noisy while the show's going on. And the clown is also said to kick people on stage while they're performing. Super creepy. Anyways guys, that is it for today, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, click that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed to me already, please hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you guys will get updates every single time I post, which I do every week. And just stay tuned for the next episode of this series, and I will see you in my next video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.